Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Happy Tuesday. Today it's new build day. So today from the folks over at IXO Collections, we're going to be building the Lancia 037. So we're building the classic car from the 80s. Now, if you haven't heard from IXO Collections, I've actually built a few of their models. I built the Peugeot 205, I built the Porsche 917, I built the Volvo Amazon. I'm shortly going to be building the Eiffel Tower, so that's going to be coming just after I'm back from Wonderfest. But today I will be bringing you the Lancia, and this looks absolutely brilliant. As a matter of fact, what we get in the first pack, pretty amazing stuff. You're going to love this. Now, if you do want to get this for yourself, I'll put the link to the IXO Collections website down in the description there, and you can get this and follow along with me like we did for the other builds. But we've got quite a few parts to show you, so without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, in each pack you get 4 stages. So these are the 4 stages we get in this. And as you'll see, the magazines are in French. Let me just zoom out this top camera so you can see that a little bit better. And these are all the instructions for this build. So I'm just showing you the whole magazine at the moment. Now, if you are building this in England or in the English language, you will be happy to know that if you go onto the IXO Collections website, under assembly guides, you'll be able to see the full build from the pack you're building with English translations. And there is the Eiffel Tower I'm going to be building. Check that out. There's the Amazon we built. And I built the Sterling Moss version of that from Agua Models there with the Mercedes 196R. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, I'm building the Alpine as well. I forgot about the Alpine. That's from IXO as well. So as you can see in stage 1, we do get the bonnet here. We've got some grills to put in. We've also got a screwdriver that they're going to give us. So we're going to put all of these together. So by the end of it, it should look like that. I'm going to put my part work upgrades mat on here so that I don't get this marked. And here is everything we got. Check that out. Let me get this open. Now, before I even touch this or get this out, this is really heavy. Really heavy. So this is a solid piece of metal. Look at that. I love how all of the sponsor logos and stuff are already on this. We don't have to worry about that. That's what it's looking like from underneath. But the first thing we're going to start with is this grill frame here, and I've got the grill. And this grill is just going to be going into the back of these sections here, just over the lugs. Now we do want to make sure that the Roman numerals are facing outwards. So put this on like this, so it looks like that from that side. I'll see if I can get away with putting the mat down first, because this is then just going to go into the points that you can see. Points, I said that funny, didn't I? Into the points that we can just see there. Oh dear, this is what happens after a bank holiday weekend. There we go. And that's in like that. Now I want to hold that in place, so on the other side here, just in the holes that you can see here, we're going to be putting some KP screws. This stage comes with all those screws. They're in bags, they're labelled just like that. Now, once again, on all these builds, normally in the first pack, they do provide a screwdriver, which looks like that. Let me have a go with the screwdriver that they provide. I don't give these screwdrivers enough credit, so I'm going to actually try and use one now, so you can see what it's like. But this is going to go into this hole here. Not too bad, actually. Because the end here revolves round, it spins, you can actually have that in your palm, and you'll be just twisting it like that, you see. So I'm going to see how we get on with this one. I do like to, I mean, I'm normally with my wearer screwdrivers. I do like to play around and just see how other screws perform when I'm putting these in. But as you can see, they're going in absolutely fine. I've got 3 more to put in just there. Sometimes the advantage with having the smaller screwdriver here is it can get into the smaller spaces, as you can see. Now I could use my longer screwdriver for this. The trouble is that I'll be attacking it at an angle, and that tends to try and round the heads, which we don't want to do. And the other thing I'm doing, I didn't really explain it, but if you've been watching the channel at least for a week, you'll know that I put all screws going into metal in oil. Now, force of habit, this isn't going into oil, this is going into plastic. So I don't know. You know me. But there you go. That's all in place like that. Okay, the next one to put in is the air vents, looking like this. Now they're going to go into this section here, so we'll turn it upside down. Match up the shape with where this is going to go. So it's going to go over the top like that. And this time, held in with a different screw, QM screw. Now because the screw ends in an M, that signifies metal, and this is even smaller than the one we've just put on. So I have put some oil just on this screw to get this into place. So one that side and just one here. Perfect. So that now looks like that from the top. Okay, once that's in, just like that, I've got a grill to put over the top, which looks like this. Now we do have some keyhole patterns here and here, which match the keyhole patterns we got on these two sides here. It's going to go in like that, and it's held in with these clips. And again, the clips have got that same keyhole pattern, which are going to go over the top and hold that in place. And they are held into place with the QM screws. Gives a brilliant effect from the other side. Can you see that? But that is all there is to do in that stage. More work on that front bonnet here. More grills. So I'm just going to get all of these parts out. Absolutely loads in this one. Just be careful when you open these packs up, because some of these pieces are tiny. You don't want them rolling on the floor and going to the carpet monster. And just check that there's definitely nothing left in the bag. And once again, let me just show you how gorgeous does that look. I do love how it's all been decaled for us. So to start this, what we're going to do first is we're going to put a grill in the place. This is what the grill looks like. As you can see, one side has already got the extension of this decal on. So that's going to go in like that. And then we've got a frame to put over the top. Again, looks like this, but we want the other side, which has got that extension of the decal on there. So that's going to go over the top like that. Now all of these are going to be screwed in with these RM screws. These are tiny. They're little white screws. I am going to put them in a bit of oil because they're going into metal. I'm going to put them in all 10 places on here. So I'll put one in, just so you can see how that looks. Done. I'm going to do the rest. Now we've got to take these hinges, which look like this. These are going to go into the points that you can just see here. So one's going to go this side, and the other one here is going to go just on the other side here. I need to open these SM screws up. Again, we're going into metal here because these are going to be screwed in just from the opposite side here. So get these in. That's one. And that one's two. So they're in nice and tight there. Now, just on the back here and here, we've got these tiny pegs to go in. Now they go in from the underside here. So we can just about see them at the top. And then we've got a ring just to put through to hold these into place. So I am going to need my magnifying glasses for this one. As you can see, look at that. That fits in perfectly there. Do the same on the other side. So again, take the little tiny peg, push it through this side, all the way through. If you're having problems getting it to come out the other side, just use the needle on the end of your tweezers here, just to push that up a bit, to get that through. Once again, put a ring around the side, and there's the other one in there. So they're both in. Now, on the end of these hinges here, we do have the male version of this, if you like, which is going to go just into the hole there. And that's going to be held in with a TM screw from this side. Now, these TM screws, as you can see, are silver. And you want to make sure it goes through both sides of the hinge and keeps that in place just like that. Guess what? We're going to do the same on the other side. So again, it's going to go into there like that. A TM screw through this side. And that's both of those hinges there in place. Bringing over the main shell that we've got here, we've now got another peg to put in, which looks like this, which is going down the middle there. So the indent of the bolt is the same shape as what we're putting it into. The last screw left, AP screw, that's what that's going to be held in with. And there you go, that looks like that. Then we can put what we've just created here onto this section, lining the hinges up with this side here. That's fitting over the top like that. And we're going to be attaching these hinges from the other side with these same SM screws, these black screws, just through the holes here. So that's one side, and this is the other side here. Them in nice and tight. Perfect. So as you can see, this can open and close, no problems at all. Now that little key thing that I said we had, I need that now. Let's get that out, because I'm going to put this ring onto that. There you go. And then quite simply, we're just going to be pushing this end of the ring through the hole here to keep that in place like that. And that's all there is to do in that stage. Don't think I showed you stage 2, did I? This is the instructions for stage 2, just so you know. But now we're going to be moving on to stage 3, where we've got the front grille and headlights that we're going to be doing. This looks just like that. So by the end of it, looks like we've done the whole front end of the car in one pack. So check that frame out. How cool does that look? Okay, we're going to be putting a frame just in here. When I say a frame, sorry, I meant a grille. So I've got the grille here. That's just going to go into the shape that we can see there. Make sure that lines up perfectly. Just like last time, we've got a frame then to put over the top of this. Just going to bed that in. And it's going to be held in with MM screws. And that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 MM screws in here. And these are going in really well. You know what? I haven't actually used any oil on this because they are going in so well. I do check them before I put them in. If in doubt, oil it out. Just tighten this one up on this side here. Perfect. And there we go. That's in place. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be putting in these indicators. These are amber and clear. We have got a little notch in this side, so when we put it in, we want the amber to face the outside and the notch just to go around that lug just there. So when I put it in this side, same way, just going to go in like that. Now this is the right hand side of the car. This is the left hand side. So when I put the reflectors behind them, these are labelled. That one says L and this one says R. So the right hand side is going to go in this side here. The left hand side is going to go in this one just over here. They're going to be held in with 2 SM screws on each side. And there you go. That's what they look like when they're in. Now over the top of these lenses here, we've got some little brackets to put in. This is what the brackets look like. You have got a small hole and a large hole for the lugs that are on the back of it. It's just in case you're pushing them in. So like this. And there you go. They go in perfectly. Do the same on the other side. Now it is hard to see. I've just switched these around because these little braces I'm putting on here, brackets, they have got a beveled edge. So you need to make sure you put it around the right way. But there you go. That's what they look like when they're on. Okay, we can put this to one side and bring over what we were working on last time because we've got 4 reflectors now to put into the headlights that we can see at the front. So we can just drop these in. They have got a little lug on each side to line them up. So one in here. And just keep doing the same with all 4 of these. Now these are held in on the other side with RP screws. So looking at what I've just done then, it's probably easier to do one at a time because we're all going to fall out otherwise. You live and learn. And that is those 4 reflectors in. We're now going to start putting the lenses in. So you've got one lens which has got a little decal on it. Let's get that one in first. Make sure it's facing the right way up. And these are going to go into the middle lights here. And they clip in, just like that. Same on this side. Get it around the right way. And push in. And then the other two have got a H4 written in the centre of them. Again, make sure they're in the right way. And they just get pushed into the ends here. And that looks really sharp. I like that. All that's left to do is keep that over on its front there. Should really be putting a mat down, I know. But we are going to be putting the bottom on. So, because it's upside down, we'll have that upside down. This is just going to fit over these sections here. And it's held in by these 4 points that you can see just here. Matter of fact, if I tilt it, you might be able to see that. They're going to be held in with CM screws. CM screws are just going into the 2 back screw holes that we've got here. Get these in and show you what that looks like. And then the screw holes that we've got here are going to be SM screws. Now, this is going to be all there is to do in this stage. Now, even though we're doing a tyre next, I want to just talk about something quickly. Let me show you that. That looks really good, doesn't it? I've done all of that with just this screwdriver, and I don't normally rate these, but this has been absolutely brilliant. So I do wonder, is it me or some of these builds just built a lot better now? It just seems to be a lot better. They seem to be going together a lot easier. The screws are going easier compared to the builds from the early days. I don't know. Perhaps it is just me, but I thought I'd just make note of that. So that leads us on to stage 4. So I'm going to have to go into the house now because we're going to be doing the tyre and just making a brake disc. So I've got to get some boiling water. As if by magic, a bowl of water appears. Now, these tyres are rock hard. There's no way you're going to put these together without softening it up a bit. So I've got some boiling water here. I'm going to drop that in there. Push that just to one side for a second. And I've got myself one of my painting tea towels, which is got Star Wars figures on it. I don't know why. But we are going to be putting these rims in. Now, this isn't like normal builds where we have a rim we push all the way through. We've got a top side and we've got this bottom side here. So the top side is going to be facing the same as this Pirelli logo that we've got here with the arrow pointing towards the left. So I'm going to give that a couple more minutes. A couple more seconds. It really doesn't need to be in that long. Just shake any excess water on. And I'm going to push this just into the top like that. Turning it over. I'm trying to work quick here. I'm going to be taking this side, matching up the lugs, then pushing this side in so it goes in all the way like that. We're going to secure all of this together with some AM screws. They're here. They are going into metal, so I will put some oil on this. And also, I'm just going to check, can I do this? Hang on, it just needs to rotate just a touch. Can I do this with the screwdriver they provide? Normally I use a really heavy duty screwdriver for this, but as you can see, that's going in fine. Let's do the other three. There's 4 to put in all together. You don't want to tighten them all up at the same time. Just get them so that the threads are bitten. Line all them up like this. And then once you've got all 4 of these in, just tighten them all up completely. Once again, this has all been done with this screwdriver. And that's all done. That's the tyre complete. That looks really good, doesn't it? Might want to roughen that up a bit. You can always use some sanding sticks just to roughen up the surface there. But there you go. Move this out the way, because all we've got left to do is these brake discs now. We've seen these before as well. We have got these little lugs just on this side. We just need to push these like pattern sides together by lining the lugs up here and here. Once I'm happy that they're lined up, click them together. It does help when you put these together to line up the holes that we're going to be screwing as well. So trying to do that now, it's not easy. I think we might have it there. Let's try. You'll know because the screw won't go in. But as you can see this time, the screw's going in fine. and that's number 3. That's the brake disc done. That's all there is to do in that stage, and that's all there is to do in that pack. So just tidying everything up. Let's just move my hot water over before I scald myself. We have done this massive section here, looking like that. We've done the wheel and the brake disc. That was fun, wasn't it? Almost as fun as this extra loud t-shirt I'm wearing. And I'm sure when you first saw me wearing that, when I popped up on the screen this morning, you thought, oh my God, put the glasses on. That's too bright for a Tuesday morning. Anyway, once again, if you want to get this for yourself, put a link down here to the IXO Collections website. You can get this all the way from pack 1. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.